Okay, so it looks like 6:05. I waited a little bit. If we have more people that come on throughout the webinar, that's totally fine. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Grace Kim. I am the new Equine Extension Assistant working under Lena Luck. Today's topic will be miniatures, and hopefully you guys saw all the UNL posts that I've done to kind of get you guys hyped up for just more information on miniatures if you guys don't know what we do for miniatures at the state level and what to do to get to the state level. If you guys have any questions throughout the Zoom meeting, you can click on the chat box and ask a question in the group chat, or you are also welcome to unmute yourself and ask me a question anytime throughout the webinar. This will also be a recorded webinar, so after today, we will put this same recording on the UNL Horse YouTube page. So if you want to go back and remember what websites that we used, any more information that we talked about and you kind of forgot, you can always look back and ask any questions. My email, if you guys do have any more questions that I'm not able to answer, Lena Luck is on tonight, so hopefully if I don't know the answer, she can help me out and we can get any answers or any questions you have answered today. And then I will share my screen. What I wanted to kind of start off is, I know the UNL webpage for the horse website can be a little bit confusing. So what I've done is I posted the link on here on the PowerPoint. So this is the general horse link that anyone can find almost everything for advancement levels, state horse show, district shows, any information that we would ever put on, and any information you would like to find. I did want to pull it up here. For the miniatures you can find, it's a little bit hard, but if you want to go for the state horse show, which is a lot of what we will be talking about because that is what we mostly offer on the state level in 4-H, you can scroll down to the page and you can find all these things that we do. But if you go to the Fawners Park State Horse Expo page, that gives us the general information on what you would need to know for state if you plan on going to state for miniatures. So in order to get to state, as a 4-H'er, you guys do advancement levels. So in order to go to state in miniatures, you would need to pass your level 3 in-hand groundwork. So what that would be is you must pass your level 2 and 1, depending on your counties. Some counties do it a little bit differently on what you guys need to get done, but all the advancement levels include are the demonstrations, the written reports, feed charts, healthcare reports, and then in each level that you would like to pass would be the written examination levels. So you would need to pass 1 and 2 before going on to level 3 to go to state. If you want to know, if you have already passed your in-hand groundwork for level 1 and 2 and you would like to finish your level 3 in order to go to state, I also posted the links right here. I'll click on this one. So this is just the advancement level page. This can be for whether you're doing like big horses, regular horses, or if you're doing miniatures. This is what the general requirements, all the things that you would need to know for the state show and the requirements and participation with that. And then these on the right-hand side in the resource section are the level requirements. And so if we'll click on, say, level 3, and then if you click on the level 3, so this will also give you, in general, if you want to finish your level 3 with horses or miniatures, right here in the study materials, you will be able to find the level 3 in-hand skills test rubric. So this would be technically quote unquote the riding portion if you're using a horse in advancement level, but this is the correlation from horses to miniatures. So instead of doing riding, this is your in-hand groundwork that you would do at your levels test. And if you just click on it, these are what your examiner would be asking for you to see if you can pass your level 3 in-hand groundwork. Demonstrate confidence with horse handling, and then it gives you things that the youth would have to do to work on before they do their levels testing. So in case you don't know what a levels testing requires for minis, this would kind of show you all the different obstacles or maneuvers that we'd ask you. To my knowledge, we do not have for levels like the written exams, it's not any different for minis or if you're doing miniatures or if you're doing the big horses, it would all be the same. And this would be the in-hand or the riding quote unquote portion would be just the different part of it. So if you have if you ever have trouble finding this, it's hopefully on the advancement page and this link, so you can always refer back to it. Other things that could help you if you guys are trying to do your advancement levels is the curriculum. So we do have these books that you guys can buy, order, and they all have the youth material that you guys can get, or the advancement level projects that would also be super helpful, forms and resources. So this would be a great page for those of you who have no clue where to start. Also, your county extension would be a great asset to ask if you also can't find it on the website because it is a lot of information on there. But other than that, if you have any other questions, you guys are always welcome to email me at grace.kim@unl.edu. And then once you pass your level 3 exam, in order to go to the state show, people don't know what classes we offer. So the classes that we offer at the 4-H State Horse Show in miniatures, I posted like this year's trail pattern that we did, in-hand trail pattern that we had for miniatures. So we have miniatures, we have trail, and then we have halters for miniatures and Shetlands, so geldings or mares, less than 46 inches. And then some people don't really know that you can still do showmanship with your miniatures, but you would still be going up against the big horses too. So you can still sign up to do that too. So that we have those various classes that you can sign up for at state and show your miniatures if you want to do it on a state level. In order to go to the state horse show, you don't need to go to districts. That is something that you go straight to state for because there's no classes at the district horse shows that you would need to qualify to get in the minis section. If this is your first time going to state, some big things to think about, and you would need a 14-day health certificate with the animal through your vet, and a proof of negative Coggins. We would take those copies from you. If you do have any medications that you give to your animals, equines, we do ask that you have your vet put those on the certificates, so then it's already certified. We also have the horse ID document that you'd have to get turned in before state, which just shows that you are bringing the correct horse that you signed up for those classes. Other things are state is a 4-day to 5-day, 4-day horse show. Some people ask if the mini show isn't till Tuesday or something, if they have to come on Sunday. No, you do not have to come on Sunday and wait. You are welcome to come the day before or the morning of, but the morning of you would definitely have to make sure that you get checked in, your horse and you or the youth, before the class starts, or else if you're checking in as the class is starting, you won't be able to show. Other things with the State Horse Show, I did put the link on here, just for general. This is for everyone that goes to the State Horse Show. Any information that we do, it has the schedule that we'd have, the requirements that you would need, and all the other information you would need. But just for examples, we have the halter, trail, and showmanship if you'd like to do that. I'm trying to make sure that no one's putting anything in the chat box. I'm still, okay, good. And then I guess my last slide, because this is more of an informational webinar, you guys are welcome to ask me questions if I missed anything that you guys that I didn't touch on. But my last slide would be resources. If you are wanting to start to get into miniatures, these are a bunch of resources that would be helpful to get your miniatures started. We have SNL Stables with Sheila and Lyle Purdom. They are prominent here in the Lancaster County area, Lincoln area, along with their contact information. We also have Blue Stem Miniature Horse Club. If you want to contact them, they are super helpful. Sheila Purdom also works with them. They are also a major sponsor in the 4-H State Horse Show. So they sponsor all the miniature classes and their trophies. So they'll be very helpful, especially if you want to immerse yourself in miniatures and Shetland ponies. I got some more information. This would be more out west of Nebraska. Tracy Waite in Fullerton. She's a breeder and director. She would be another very helpful resource to use if you are more out in that direction of the state of Nebraska. Other things that you guys can also use as resources, especially around the districts and state time periods. If you follow the UNO horse page, we like to post updates on there, any changes, any thing that we would like all of our exhibitors and families to know. We also post all the state winners or winners of each class throughout the day during state, so then you guys can always check back in on the Facebook page if you'd like to throughout the days of state if you're doing multiple things other than just miniatures. And then lastly, I did put Lena Lux and my email on here in case something comes up, you have more questions that your extension office can't answer or refers you to us. I also put that on here. So hopefully these are enough resources that you guys can get you started if you don't know. I guess that was it for just my PowerPoint section. I'm trying to get back on. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. I did kind of go through it a little bit quicker. It's pretty similar to what you do if you're already showing horses at the State Horse Show. Do you guys have any questions for me? We also have Lena Luck on, so if I can't answer it, she will be there with me. Along with the State Horse Show, if you have any questions or don't know where to start, a lot of your leaders and 4-H leaders should know, or they can refer back to this YouTube video in case they don't have any questions. But the miniature classes are fairly new to the State Horse Show, so we're working out the kinks and where to put them during the state show, but it seems to be getting more popular each year. So we hope that this will be a little bit more helpful for those counties that didn't know that we offer miniature classes at the state level too. And I didn't know, Lena, if you had anything else to say that I missed, you're welcome to add into my short webinar.
No, I can't think of anything. But I will say I was off and on listening, so I didn't hear the whole thing. I am holding a baby for those so I'm a little distracted. But I am here to answer questions too, if anybody has any.
Sheila Purdom would also be a good resource if you are trying to learn maneuvers that are in the level 3 advancement for levels testing. She has worked a lot with a lot of her miniature kids, miniature showing kids, and she said she would be welcome to help other leaders, but also youth figure out how to get those miniatures to do those maneuvers, because miniatures can be stubborn at times. So just getting them to do them and start working on them before the next state horse show.
One thing I did think I should probably mention is in that level test for the level 3 in hand, it does have like going over a bridge for the mini. However, if the leader who's doing the testing doesn't have a bridge, which is pretty common, even just a tarp on the ground or a piece of plywood on the ground that they walk over, all would be suitable to do for that testing portion. So leaders can use other materials than an actual bridge, because we do realize that that is not necessarily a common thing that everybody has. But we do think that for the testing, the miniature should have to go over something so that they can do the bridge if they did the trail at state. So that's kind of why that's in there. But we do hope that leaders will be considerate of that and understanding that you may not have an actual bridge for your testing.
Well, if anyone does not have, Cindy, I think is the Zoom. Do you or Brenda have any other questions, or was this just more of a just making sure we got everything? You guys are on mute, so I just want to double check. You guys don't have any questions?
Hello, can you hear us now?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead with your counting. The only real question I had right now, just starting out, do we need to have that level 3 in-hand groundwork passed for county fair as well?
That actually is up to your county.
Okay.
So we here, I only designate for state. And then each county has some variation on what they require for their county fair. Because a lot of times, or a lot of counties actually have lower level requirements for their county fairs than they do for state level. So I recommend talking with your county about the county fair on what level requirements they're going to require.
Okay. Okay.
Is Sheila's house like on 56th Street? South 56th Street?
I want to say yes, but I can't remember.
I've driven by it, but I can't remember where we were.
And I don't know.
It's fairly close to Lincoln. I just want to say that.
Yeah, I know I've accidentally driven by it, but I can't remember. I think it's on South 56th Street, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but if you her email is on that PowerPoint or on this too. So if you do want to refer back to her, she would be a great resource. She knows a lot that goes into it, and she also does some judging, so she would be a great resource to touch with.
All right.
Okay.
Right. Good job, ladies.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
we
for
were
joining.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
It looks like we got another guest.
Oh, hey, I want to see the baby if
Let's see if I can put her up there. Let me see.
She's quite sleepy.
yeah. Aww.
Yeah. Oh, she's a little wobbly.
Again, for a new listener, you could always refer back to the PowerPoint that this webinar is recorded, so we'll put this on the Equine Webinar YouTube page and on our webinar series link on the state or in the UNL horse page. Did you have any questions that you just had before you're logging on?
Well, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for getting on.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.